I'm P2G, and this is your urgent love message. So, the way this works is I'm going to pull a couple of cards to just kind of get the storyline to see who I'm talking to, because as the title um, implies, this is an urgent love message for the person who needs to hear it. So, this message will not be for everybody. However, if you stick in there until the end, maybe you may get some type of advice, something you can really use. Okay. All right. So this message will be for those individuals who are in a relationship. Someone who's in a committed relationship. All right. So I'm going to get the storyline. Once I get the storyline, then I'm going to give you the advice. And then if we have some time, I'll pull an advice card. Okay. An affirmation card. Hope you guys are doing well. I know things are really crazy right now, but that's okay. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Try and find the good things, okay? Okay. Okay, so this is the storyline. So this person, the person that I'm talking to, you're in this relationship. Now, this could be a marriage or a long-term committed relationship, okay? You or the person that you're with, you finally were able to tell the truth, or they were finally able to tell the truth about something that had happened in the relationship, whether it was something that really could have torn down the relationship, or you were thinking could have torn down the relationship, or maybe they weren't sure that if they told you the truth that you would accept it. However, you or your person was able to go ahead and overcome that fear and just go ahead and lay the cards out on the table, and just to be honest, to be truth, to be straight up. They didn't want anything hindering or blocking the relationship. I'm really starting to feel like this is them. Okay, it's really starting to feel like this is them. However, this may be you. But I'm gonna speak to the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, so they didn't think that they could get through this. They didn't think that they could tell you because they didn't want to damage the relationship. However, they were able to overcome that fear, and they were able to let you know what they were thinking, how they were feeling, whatever secrets they might have had, applied to your situation as it is. But they were able to overcome this. And because of that, you guys have had a transformation. Your relationship has completely taken a turn. Like your relationship has really transformed, but in a positive way. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it didn't feel good at times, but overall, I mean, it might have really gotten really bad for you or them or the both of you. It might have really gotten bad at some point, but you are now sitting in a position to where you feel like you guys have really overcome this, and your relationship has really grown, and it'll never be the same. Okay. And because of this, you guys have a really, really bright future ahead of you. You may not know, you might be in a situation to where it's like at a standstill. Like, it transformed, the truth came out, it transformed the relationship, and now it's like you're in a neutral or a good place. Okay. But you feel like in your heart, that this relationship now has a better chance than before all this stuff came out. Okay. So that's the storyline. The storyline is you guys are in a relationship that has definitely changed and transformed. I'm not sure how long this process took, but you guys have definitely gone through the fire together. Okay. Now, what's the problem? Because that's the storyline, and I think that's beautiful. There's something about being in a relationship with someone who's willing to go through the fire with you. Like, there's something about being with someone who is strong enough to withstand the trials and the tribulations that come in a relationship. Now, we're not talking about being in a relationship with someone who is being abusive to you, and they're not trying to change, they're not willing to change. They don't even want to understand what it is to be in a strong connection. They don't even want to know. We're not talking about that type of relationship. We're talking about the relationship that is going to take a hit sometimes because both people in the relationship are learning themselves. They are transforming and things are continuously changing. And so sometimes you guys might not be on the same page. Sometimes one may be more emotionally mature than the other, and the other one's actually trying to catch up. There's actually work being put into the relationship by both parties. It's a very reciprocal situation. And in these types of relationships, because I know some people can get confused. Just not too long ago, I had a client that called me, and we talked about his concern. There was, and shout out to you, hey, if you're listening, but his concern was, listening to a lot of people say, oh, don't take your ex back, don't do this, don't that. But you have to put that into context. If your ex left you and it was never a good relationship to begin with, and this person was just using you or abusing you or whatever, then yes, the message to you is do not take that ex back, especially doing a situation like this, the situation we in right now where, everybody's all isolated. So they're looking back on what they might have had or what they lost or whatever. Okay, that's completely different. That's different than breaking up with someone and then going through this situation knowing that there were things that you could have done to make the relationship better, and there were things that they could have done to make the relationship better, and you both come to a realization and understanding that you guys both could have done something different to make the relationship work. Okay, and now you're willing to come together and actually do those things to make the relationship work. That's different. I think it's commendable to continue on this life journey with someone who's actually open and willing to do that and to have this process with you, because not everybody can handle it. Not everybody can handle transformation and changing and ascending, if that's what you want to call it. But so when you talk about taking back an ex, take into consideration what broke you guys up in the first place. Okay, what was it? Was it that this person mistreated you and you felt second best? Because if that's the case, then yeah, we're talking, don't take those exes back. But if this is an ex that seemingly needed some time to fix themselves and to get over whatever hangups they might have had personally, and now they're ready and willing to come back and work this out, that's completely different. And I know sometimes it may be hard to tell the difference to you, but if you have the right skills and the right knowledge and the right perspective, you will not be tricked or fooled by the one who's just coming back because they don't have anybody else. They couldn't find anybody else, or, what they had set out to do didn't work. And now they just want to come back to you because you're just there. you'll be able to detect that type of energy. You'll be able to see it won't be confusing. Um, and if you need help with this, I'm available to take appointments and things of that sort. And if you need coaching and consulting on just kind of being steered in the right way, the right direction, so that you can have the best relationship for you, make sure that you make an appointment. All the information is down in the description box. However, I was saying that, there's a difference. There's a difference. And when you have the right skill set and you can pick it out and you know energy and you know yourself well enough to understand what's happening, what you're seeing, the observations you're making, and analyzing this, when you're able to do that, you're able to spot those relationships that you can go back into that would be fruitful if both people can come back together and actually, work as a team on one accord. So I just wanted to clarify that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't take exes back. It's not about not taking an ex back. That's like, you cut off the bad energy, you cut off negativity, what's not good for you. Yes. But that does not mean that there aren't special circumstances or special cases in which, it would be good for you to go back to an ex. Okay. All right. Now, back to you, my dear. So you guys have overcome this situation. Okay. And this might have been somebody that you walked away from. It might have been. And now you're like, I don't want to fool myself. I really love this person. This is somebody that I really want to be with. So with that said, knowing your current situation and knowing that this is, something that you're willing to pursue, something that you want to pursue, and it looks like they want to do it too. The first piece of advice is don't rush back into it too fast. Don't be hasty. Let the situation unfold the way that it's going to unfold, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to. Okay, so sometimes it takes the body a few tries before your body can kick into automation with what you were teaching it. The example I like to give is parking in your driveway a particular way. Like, let's say you pull in face first, nose first into the driveway. And you've been doing this for a year. Now you want to teach yourself to park backwards into the driveway. Now, you may forget a few times when you come home, and you may continue to park forward because that's a repetition. It's in you. You've been doing it for the last year. And so changing the way that you park now is going to take time and persistence in remembering what to do and getting your body to jump in to that. Okay. So keeping that in mind, I hope that makes sense. Keeping that in mind, going back into this relationship, there were things that you guys would do or say to each other that would, that was like automatic, and only because it was a part of the way that you used to behave. Now that you've gone through this transformation, now that you've gone through this newness, this renewal between the two of you, you will now have to try and meet this person as if you never really met them before. You have to forget that, oh, when I said this is what they would say, so I'm not going to say it. You have to let that go now. You have to completely wipe the slate clean so that you can give this person the best chance to show you who they are now, who they are after this transformation has taken place. So don't be hasty. Don't rush into it, because you may, be disappointed. And you may find yourself doing things that you used to do because of the way that they used to behave. So just kind of go into this like real slow and deal with each situation as they come. and in a way that you're not reacting to the situation based off of their past reactions or their past behaviors. Give them a chance to show you a new behavior, and also give them a chance to mess up and fix themselves. Now, if they just mess up and they're not they have no intention on fixing it, then you got a problem and you need to set boundaries. You need to you need to address that. But give them the opportunity, if they do mess up, to fix themselves. It's always a good thing to communicate when you feel like something has happened, when you feel like something is wrong, when you feel like something's off. Be open. Express that, and express it in a way that it's not accusatory. Express it in a way that you're just wondering what's going on, like that. You're just checking to make sure that it is what you think it is, or it was what you thought you heard. You know what I'm talking about. The next piece of advice, looks like you got two, is to be decisive. You can't go back into this relationship like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just see how this is going to work out. You have to commit to being in the relationship and to allowing this person the space to change and to transform, because if they didn't want to, they wouldn't be back anyway. Because this is the type of person that would just walk away. I'm feeling this. This is the type of person that if they didn't want it, they would be completely indifferent about the situation. So the fact that they are actually giving time and attention to the situation speaks to their desire to want to work with this relationship. Okay? So be decisive in what you want. Know what you want. Do you want this relationship? If you do want this relationship, decide to want this relationship every day. Every morning you wake up, decide, this is what I want to do. This is the person I want to be with. This is the relationship that I want to have. And make sure that you're doing actions that would reflect what you want or how you would want to be in a relationship. Have compassion for this person, and whatever happened in the past, whatever happened because it needed to happen that way. And if you are stronger now because of it, different things because of it, So don't get caught up in thinking that you did all that for nothing, like it was for nothing, like the past happened for nothing. That's not true. And be fair, be concise, try and stay balanced. I know that this time is really hard, so try to be flexible with each other. I'm not sure if you are staying together or not, but just create some space. When you need time, go to your side of the house and let them go to their side of the house, or just be cool. Let it flow. Okay? Basically. Just let it flow. All right. Now, for an affirmation for you. This weather has been so beautiful. It's like 63 degrees outside and the wind's blowing. It's sunny. Oh my God. It's such a beautiful day. Okay. What affirmations do I have for you today? I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. Okay. So that goes into what we're talking about. Just going with the flow and actively every day. Remember, it says, I claim my own power and I lovingly create my own reality. Each morning, you decide Yes, I want to be in this relationship. Yes, I want to put my efforts and my love in this relationship. You create your future by doing that each day. Each day that you decide means that your relationship has lasted that much longer. That's how people get to be in marriages and relationships for 60, 30 years, because each day they decide at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day that this person is the person that they still want to be with. And your second affirmation is there is plenty for everyone, including me. So the way I see this for your situation is there is plenty for everyone, including you. For some reason, I'm getting the feeling like maybe you're questioning whether or not like love is real. Although you feel it. You feel it, but you feel like real love, true love only happens to those people. Or, or you can't have love. Almost like there's not enough love to go around. And that's not true. You can have real love, but you have to help create it too. You can't be afraid in this situation. You can't be holding back just because you're afraid and then claim that you can't have love. Because in order to have love, you have to give love, and then you have to receive the love too. So if you're blocking love, then of course it's not going to happen for you. So you have to know that you are worthy of love and that you can have love. And then once you get that going and you realize that, then you start to understand that the only way to get the love is to open up to receive it. You got to open the door. When you want air to come into your house, you have to open the window. Okay? If you don't open the window, it's not coming in. So yeah. All right. So I hope this helped you. Make sure that you stop by every week. There's an urgent love message every week. And if this one wasn't for you, again, there's always a lesson to be learned of it. And, just take your time. Take your time with love. It's not going anywhere. And there's enough for everybody. I hope this has helped you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. To make sure you get all of my content, make sure you hit the bell right after you like and subscribe.